Hello, and welcome to today's SAP Business One video on reports, specifically focusing in on sales reports. Today I'm going to give you a high-level overview of some of the reporting features for the sales process and how clean the tools are for reporting purposes, Right now I'm logged in as a sales manager, and this is my sales cockpit. We can see here on the left that it has our workbench, and it shows our sales process within the SAP system. To the bottom right, we see an icon here for sales reports, and next to it is a blue arrow and shows all the reporting options associated for sales. First, I'm going to populate my open items list, and this is a very clean tool that's used by our customers a lot in the system. And what this does is it shows me all open documents in the system. Right now, we're under sales order, but I can see based off of any transaction the open documents associated with it. And what open items list means is, let's say I take a sales quotation and I copy that to a sales order. The status of the sales quotation is now considered closed, and the status of the sales order is considered open. So these are all open documents that I know I need to work on in the system. And if I use the drill into arrow here, it populates the open sales order, and from there I can continue my process, whether that be to copy it to a delivery, an invoice, a deposit, or a reserved invoice. So that's the open items list feature, a very clean feature within the system. Another popular report within SAP Business One is the sales analysis report. So I'm going to click on sales analysis here. It's going to populate my selection criteria. Maybe I want to do it for a monthly report, for orders. If I have specific items, I can find that item from a sales analysis standpoint. Or if I wanted to base it off my sales employees, I certainly can do that as well. Once the selection criteria is ready to go, I click OK. And it takes that information and populates it into a clean overall report. I'm going to make this bigger so you can see it. And we can see it's by our sales manager. I can see my total amounts, its gross profit. I can export this to Excel. I can make it a PDF. If I want to view graphical information, I can click down here and it gives me an annual graphical representation. I certainly can click on the specific individual and see it based off of them individually. So when I double click, it populates the information based off a sales employee and shows another graphical representation. I can change this graph to a line graph and certainly do that. So there is a lot of flexible tools. Business One has built-in crystal reports, meaning if you have a crystal report template specific for a sales analysis, it will configure that information and populate it into a report. So let's look at this. If I click on my preview here, what it's doing, as I mentioned, is it's taking that graphical information and pulling it into the overall crystal report. You can see here that I have my company logo, the company name, what type of report it is, and this is very configurable towards your business. So how you want it is how you're going to get it. Finally, if I go into my specific business partner in the business partner master data, so if I click on customer here, it populates my business partner master data. Maybe I want to search for my company microchips. I can click enter. It pulls up the customer information, and I can see my overall sales analysis report based off of the business partner. So if I click on this golden link arrow here, it'll show me my overall account balance, all the transactions that are applied for microchips. And again, I can create an aging report from here. I can do internal reconciliations. I can export to Excel, email it, print it, preview it. So there are many reporting options in SAP Business One specifically for sales. That concludes my video on sales reports within the system. Thank you for listening.